Shyness is not a weakness. It's not a disease. It's not something wrong with you. But it can hold you back. It can keep you silent when you want to speak. It can make you invisible when you deserve to be seen. And today, I want to show you how shy students become confident speakers. Subscribe to JA Info Urdu for daily English confidence stories. I was the shyest student in my class. I sat in the last row. I avoided eye contact. I never raised my hand. I never asked questions. And I never, ever spoke English in front of others. Because I believed that confident people were born confident. And I was born shy. So I thought I could never change. But I was wrong. Confidence is not something you are born with. Confidence is something you build. One small step at a time, one brave moment at a time, one spoken word at a time. Let me tell you how I went from being the quietest person in the room to someone who speaks in front of hundreds of people. Step 1. I accepted my shyness. The first thing I did was stop fighting my shyness. I stopped thinking, I shouldn't be shy. What's wrong with me? Instead, I said, I am shy. And that's okay. But I can still speak. This mindset shift changed everything. Because I stopped seeing shyness as a problem and started seeing it as a starting point. Step 2. I started in private. I didn't jump into speaking in front of people. That would have been too scary. Instead, I started speaking in private. I locked my door. I stood in front of the mirror. And I spoke. I introduced myself. I talked about my day. I described my feelings. No one was watching. No one was judging. It was just me and my voice. At first, I felt ridiculous. I felt silly talking to a mirror. But I kept going, and after a few days, it started to feel normal. I started to hear my own voice without fear. Step 3. I practiced with safe people. After 2 weeks, I moved to the next level. I started speaking English with my younger sister. She didn't speak English well, so there was no pressure. I knew she wouldn't judge me. I knew she wouldn't laugh. She was my safe person. We had simple conversations. What did you do today? What do you want to eat? How are you feeling? These small conversations built my courage. Because I realized that speaking wasn't as scary as I thought. Step 4. I joined an online group. Then I joined an online English speaking group. This was harder because there were strangers. But it was also easier because I didn't have to see them face to face. I could turn off my camera if I felt too nervous. I could type if I couldn't speak. The first time I spoke, my voice was shaking. I stumbled over words. I made mistakes. But people were kind. They encouraged me. They said, "Good job. Keep going." And I realized something important. Most people are not waiting to judge you. Most people are rooting for you. Step 5. I celebrated small wins. Every time I spoke, even just one sentence, I celebrated. I wrote it down in my journal. Today I spoke in the group for 30 seconds. Today I asked a question. Today I answered without translating first. These small wins reminded me that I was progressing. And progress builds confidence. Step 6. I stopped comparing myself to others. This was the hardest step. I used to watch other students speak so fluently and think, I will never be like them. But then I realized, they didn't start fluent either. They started where I was. Shy, scared, unsure. But they kept going. And so could I. I stopped comparing my beginning to someone else's middle. I focused on my own journey, my own growth, my own voice. Step 7. I embraced my mistakes. Shy people are often perfectionists. We don't speak because we are afraid of making mistakes. But here's the truth. Mistakes are proof that you are trying. Every mistake means you are braver than yesterday. I started laughing at my mistakes instead of hiding from them. When I said the wrong word, I said, "Oops, I meant this." When I forgot a sentence, I said, "Let me try again." And people didn't laugh at me. They respected my honesty. 6 months later, I was a different person. I volunteered to speak in class. I joined conversations without being asked. I even gave a small presentation in English. Was I perfect? No. Was I confident? Yes. And here is what I learned. Confidence doesn't mean you are never nervous. Confidence means you speak even when you are nervous. Confidence means you try even when you are scared. Confidence means you show up even when you want to hide. So if you are shy, listen to me carefully. You are not broken. You are not less than others. You are just at the beginning of your journey. And every journey starts with one small step. Your small step is this. Speak one sentence today. Just one. Out loud. To yourself. To a mirror. To a friend. It doesn't matter where. What matters is that you speak, because shy students don't stay shy forever. They become confident speakers. One word at a time. One sentence at a time. One brave moment at a time. Subscribe to JA Info Urdu and start your confidence journey today. Because your voice deserves to be heard. And the world is waiting for you to speak.